Hi and welcome or welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So it is time for another weekly reading vlog. It is Monday, it is the end of March, so we're going into April this week. And yeah, it is the start of another weekly reading vlog. I have some books that I definitely need to get to this week. I need to start, so hopefully you will join me on this journey. But the books I am currently reading are The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio and The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. I will definitely get through this one because I'm reading it on audiobook. And it is super easy to read. I feel like it would be super easy to read physically as well, to be honest, but I'm enjoying the audiobook and it is really quick. I really like this cover and I don't really like books with people on a lot of the time, so that's quite a pleasant surprise. I think this one's really kind of quite cool, and then the edition I have is also really pretty underneath, so I really love it. But I am actually quite enjoying this one. It is reading a little bit young. It basically follows this girl who is Clara, and she is an ever witch. So there's witches that have different kind of seasonal magic in this book, and usually they are at their like peak strength in spring, summer, autumn or winter. But her being an ever witch means that she's actually strong all year round, and basically because she's so strong, her kind of power has actually caused multiple people to die who are very close to her, so she's kind of having this inner battle with herself throughout this book, which I am enjoying so far. As I said, it is reading a little bit young, but it's still fun one to read. I would have also liked to read this closer to Halloween, but it was like the only book left on my TBR that was a standalone, so I decided to pick it up. But I'm also reading The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. I've only read XOXO by Axio before, but I absolutely loved it. And this looks so beautiful and the cover is stunning. I am not that far through, but I'm hoping I'll be able to read a lot more over the next few days. It's not necessarily a slow read, I'm just not having the time to pick it up. But I did pick it up last night and read 50 pages, and it's not slow. I sped through those. I just need to make sure I actually pick it up more often. But it follows our main character Mina, who falls beneath the sea to chase after her brother, who chased after his beloved, and they're all trying to rescue each other. And while she's in this spirit realm under the sea, she is also kind of like tasked with waking up the sea god, who is in an enchanted sleep. So she sets out to wake him and bring all the storms to an end once and for all. So this is very mystical. The synopsis is so long. It's literally all the inside of this dust jacket, so it is quite complicated, but I am still enjoying it. I just feel like I'm not following the story as well as I should be, but hopefully this will become clearer as I read on throughout the week. And then just before I go, I just wanted to tell you a book that I actually bought yesterday, but after I finished my vlog, so I didn't include it on last week's vlog, and that is Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. I have not read anything by Kazuo Ishiguro, but this beautiful paperback edition with these lovely sprayed edges has recently come out, so I wanted to pick it up. This is also one of my colleague Joe's favourite books, so I wanted to pick something up by him, and I don't know too much about this one, or other than the fact it's around Clara, who is an artificial friend, so it follows AI. So she watches the behaviour of those who come in to browse this store where she is as an AI friend. She remains hopeful a customer will soon choose her, but when the possibility emerges her circumstances may change forever. Clara is warned not to invest too much in the promises of humans. In Clara and the Sun, Kazuo Ishiguro looks out at our rapidly changing world through the eyes of an unforgettable narrator to explore a fundamental question: what does it mean to love? So this sounds so interesting, and because obviously Joe's loved this book as well, I wanted to read it for a while, and I wanted to get this paperback version that I really love. So I finally picked it up, so that is my newest addition to my collection. But anyway, I'm gonna head off now because I need to go to uni, but I will update you soon. is actually Friday. Sorry it's been a few days since I last updated you. Honestly, I've just been busy with work as usual and other things, and I just didn't get a chance to update you guys yesterday like I wanted to. I got home last night after being at work for a few days and being at Marks. So yeah, sorry, but I will be better updating you the next few days, I promise. I'm hoping to do a couple of updates today if I can, but I have finished 2 books while I've been gone, so I just thought I wanted to share those with you today. I also have a very exciting little thing to show you, which is these bookmarks that I made. I have a pink one and a yellow one, and they actually have my link on the back for my survey that I'm doing for my dissertation, which I am actually researching the impact that TikTok has had on the young adult book industry, here in the UK. So if you wouldn't mind, I will put this link in the description box, but I also just wanted to show you these bookmarks, but I would love any responses if you wouldn't mind answering it. It is only a couple of questions, it should only take a couple of minutes to complete. But yeah, that is what I'm doing for my dissertation at the moment, which is coming to the end of my degree at uni. I feel like I don't really get, like, you guys probably know I'm at uni, but I probably haven't said for a while, I am actually a undergraduate student coming to the end of my degree, doing a Bachelor of Arts in Publishing and the English Language. I do a joint honours degree. So yeah, that is what I'm currently doing. I'm coming to the end of, so I'm doing my dissertation in publishing, which is my major, and I am doing it on TikTok and the impact of TikTok, which is super interesting so far. But anyway, back to the books, because I've already gone on a tangent. I finished The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin the other day. I read this one on audiobook and it was interesting. I would say that I can see why people like this so much, and actually, funnily enough, I think this is definitely a TikTok book. I wouldn't say I necessarily bought it because of TikTok. I bought it because I was kind of seeing it around on BookTube, but I definitely think that was impacted by TikTok. But yeah, this one was about Clara, who's a witch, and her magic basically harmed people around her when she got too powerful, and it was kind of about her inner battle that she was having with her magic. I actually really liked this. I read it on an audiobook. I thought the narrator was really good. I really enjoyed reading it. And there was a lot that I liked about it. I thought she was really likeable as a character. It did read a little bit young, and it did remind me of Twilight in some ways because it was quite cringy in a sense, and it just read a little bit young and a little bit, I don't know, like inexperienced, naive. Yeah, it just read a little bit young for me, but I did still like it. I think I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars, or 3.5 out of 5 stars probably. I do love this cover, and I do have the edition, which I can't remember which edition this actually is. I think it's the Litjoy edition maybe, that has this beautiful design on the undercover, which I really like. But yeah, this is really interesting. I definitely recommend it if you are looking for something that is kind of like that nostalgic kind of Twilight-esque feeling, and you don't mind reading something that does read it a little bit younger as well. But then I also finished The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio, which honestly this took me a while to get into, but I did end up really liking the ending and the kind of last 100 pages or so. I think going from my expectations of this book being, I don't know, I felt like I was hoping it would read more like her contemporary writing because I loved XOXO so much. So I was hoping it would kind of read more like that. So I guess I was a little bit thrown when it was more this kind of like very mystical fantasy. I can see why this has been likened to things like Spirited Away, because it does have that kind of mystical feeling to it. I actually said to Mark this did remind me of Spirited Away, and Studio Ghibli movies in general, but it also kind of reminded me of like a Pixar film like Coco, or Raya and the Last Dragon, or a few like mixture. It kind of does fit that kind of niche of like a mixture of kind of Studio Ghibli and Pixar, that kind of mystical magical element they go for, which I really enjoy. This one has a very long synopsis, and that definitely was kind of reflected in the book. It was quite complicated and it felt like a lot of things were going on, but I did end up really actually quite liking the last 100 pages or so. I just wish that it gripped me more earlier on, because it felt like it took me a while to get into and a while to actually read this book in general. Probably took me around 5 days, maybe 6. And I was hoping it'd take me more like 3. So yeah, it was definitely harder to get into than I thought, and because of that I think I'm going to give it 3.5 stars as well. I just wish that I'd had more of the ending in the start and I'd have been drawn into it more, because definitely made me kind of want to put it down, and I just didn't want to pick it up at all to read it in the first like half of the book at least, which is just disappointing. But I do love this cover, it's really beautiful, and the story itself was really, really beautiful and stunning, and I did like the characters. I just didn't feel the kind of connection to them that I wanted for most of the story, but it was still good and I can see why people love it. I hope there's a lot of people out there that love it. I just think in a way it wasn't for me. I think I'd enjoy it more on a reread, kind of knowing what to expect now. It was just a little too much going on, I guess, for me at the start. I still enjoyed it. The next thing I'm going to read is actually House of Sky and Breath, which I am really excited for but also nervous for, because I've heard such mixed reviews and also feel like it's going to take me a while to get through that as well, so I might actually pick up a few shorter reads while I'm also reading that, just to get a few books off my April TBR, because it is April now. This is the 1st of April today. So yeah, white rabbits, if you say that on the 1st of the month. I do, my family does. But yeah, it is the 1st of April, so that's exciting. Means another start of another monthly TBR. So yeah, I will speak to you soon, hopefully later today. Maybe once I've started House of Sky and Breath. Hi, it is Saturday night. I did not manage to update you again last night because I was really tired, and I'm really tired again tonight, but I am going to update you because it's been too long. I was at work today. I actually covered another store for the first time ever, which was very interesting, and yeah, it was a good experience. And I'm doing that again tomorrow, so yeah, it's a busy weekend. But it was good, and I saw Courtney, so that was nice, and hopefully I'll get some reading done this evening. I have done a little bit of reading since I last spoke to you. I have read like 30-ish pages of this, not even that, of How to Kidnap the Rich. This is so funny, like it's written in a very kind of colloquial, funny, witty way, which is quite cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going. It's not gripped me yet, but I can see that it might, and I'm looking forward to seeing whether it does and when it does. And I do love this cover, it's very striking, and the standard paperback is really striking as well. I've also read 40 pages of House of Sky and Breath, which I am very much enjoying so far. I didn't really enjoy the prologue, but I think it's just because it's not Bryce and Hunt, like it's just not really related to the story. I'm sure it will make sense at some point, but it just doesn't right now to me. But the first chapter, just being back with Bryce, was just a joy, and I just wanted to carry on reading. I needed to go to sleep and I went to sleep, so I stopped reading, but I just wanted to fall into this world, and I think that says a lot, and I'm really looking forward to being able to read more of this, and I'm going to read more tonight. So it makes me really happy, because I didn't enjoy House of Earth and Blood as much as any of her other books, but I think going back into this world, having had the setup of House of Earth and Blood, I am going to enjoy it a lot more, hopefully. Really looking forward to that. And it was just nice to have that feeling with like a long book of just wanting to kind of like carry on and read it and see where it goes, so that's really nice. I also have a little parcel here, so I'm going to unwrap this one for you and show you what's in here. This is very small. I expected this to be a full-size hardback, but I'm pretty sure it definitely isn't. For some reason I didn't expect this to have a dust jacket, but this is The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. I've wanted to read this for a very long time, ever since it kind of came out and I kept hearing about it, and then I heard it had demisexual rep and I was like, yes, I want to read this. So I got the Illumicrate version when it came out because I was umming and ahhing about it, and then my friend Charlotte, who is Bookseller Baggins on Instagram, and I love her, she read it and she really enjoyed it, and I was like, okay. She said she doesn't read a lot of contemporaries as well, so I got me hyped, and then this was kind of announced and went on sale, so I decided to buy it. So this is very, very pretty. I'm not a big fan of the original colour scheme, so when I saw this I was like, yes, this is, I would like this. So it's kind of this like cherry red colour, I would say, maroon, and then it has these bright blue sprayed edges which are very pretty, and then on the back it has a little, I want to say quote, I don't know, maybe it's a quote. Based on the available information and the data hitherto collected, my hypothesis is that the further I stay away from love, the better off I will be. So just like a little tagline, I guess. And then let's see what it's like underneath. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I don't know what I expected, but it's gold. I really like that. And the spine is really cute as well. Oh, well, I'm glad I have this. It's really sweet. Really looking forward to reading this because I've heard nothing but good things. It is about a PhD student and a young hotshot professor who, I think she doesn't believe in love, but he does, or the other way around. So they decide to fake date for some reason. I'm looking forward to reading it. Very excited that it has demisexual rep as well. So yeah. Very happy to have this. Thank you Illumicrate for such a cute, pretty edition. So I'm going to head off now, read some more of House of Sky and Breath before I go to sleep, and I will update you tomorrow to wrap up this vlog. Hi, it is Sunday evening and I'm here to wrap up this vlog. I have been at work today, which is very quiet. As I said, I've been covering another store, which has been an interesting weekend, but yeah, it was very quiet today, so we got some stuff done and yeah, it was good. So I am now going to wrap up this vlog. I haven't managed to do that much reading since I last spoke to you. I don't think I've read any more of this since I last spoke to you. I'm hoping to read a bit more because I'm really not very far through. I have, however, read a little bit more of House of Sky and Breath, which I am very much enjoying, but I'm hoping for more. Well, I say hoping for more, I don't feel like I'm going to get more of Bryce, but I want more Bryce chapters because I just really enjoy reading about Bryce, and I don't mind hearing Rune's chapters, which is her brother. But I know I've heard a lot of people say that there is a lot of male perspectives in here, and I hope that doesn't pander my enjoyment of this book because I just want to read about Bryce, please. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm now 77 pages in, and very much looking forward to carrying on reading this. I just want to read it, just want to see where it goes, and be in this world, so that is quite exciting. I have also actually started an audiobook in The Shadow of the Wind. Haven't been reading an audiobook the past few days because I haven't been driving quite as much, and also I have really run out of audiobooks on Scribd, sadly, that I actually want to read or are already on my TBR, because I tend to use audiobooks as like an assistant, a way to like help me get my physical TBR down. So I tend to read a lot of books I actually own but on audio versions. And yeah, I've actually run out kind of audiobooks that I have available to me that I also own. So I actually started reading this on another platform, which I'm going to talk to you more about in next week's vlog, I think, because keep some intrigue, you know. And I'm also going to leave next week to talk about this book as well, but I'm very drawn in right now and really enjoying the narrative of this so far and the writing of this, and I'm really excited to see where it's going. But yeah, I will tell you more about this in next week's vlog, so come back if you want to hear more about my thoughts and feelings on The Shadow of the Wind, which I'm very excited to read more of. And I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna have a nice relaxing evening hopefully, and I will update you in next week's vlog, which will be tomorrow for me, but you know, you'll see it in a week or so. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog and you check out more of my videos if you would like to, and I'll see you next time with another one. Bye.